What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eye Bri, back to talk about The Walking Dead Season 9. And in this video, we're going to cover some potential information about Season 9, Episode 11, the title, the synopsis, a breakdown of some of the promo photos that are going around, also the sneak peek, as well as the opening minutes and a couple other things. So if you're worried about spoilers, just stop watching. But I'm going to talk about a couple things about Season 9, Episode 11, and the back half of Season 9 that may occur in Episode 9/11 and the back half of Season 9. Now, we did a breakdown of some promo photos, the sneak peek, the other sneak peek, and a couple other things. So definitely check out that video with the thumbnail right there if you want to know more about the breakdown there. But Season 9, Episode 11 is titled Bounty. The Savage group, led by Alpha, confronts the hilltop in a harrowing attempt to retrieve her daughter, which is Lydia. A supply run for the kingdom turns into a dangerous quest. Dun dun dun. And in some awesome promo photos, we see Alpha closer. We see that she just has dirt on her face. And some people thought she had bruises, but I believe it's just dirt to fill in the gaps where the mask kind of would see her skin, so she blends in a little better. And she looks pretty freaky, pretty creepy, and I'm not scared of her though. Like, I wouldn't be scared of her if I was this group. I'd be like, what do you want? I mean, they have Luke and Alden, and that's the biggest thing. Besides Alpha's shotgun, I don't really see them have guns on them. They probably have some knives, and they blend in with the walkers, but if you know they're people, the element of surprise is gone. They're just standing there with walker skins on them, and they shouldn't be that hard to kill, right? But initially, when Daryl goes to talk with Alpha, Alpha wants her daughter back. My daughter. I'm Alpha. Give me my daughter back. And Daryl's like, no. And I love it when Alpha's basically like, wrong answer. And I wonder if Alden and Luke are going to be in danger. And we'll talk more about that in a second because I haven't seen the spoilers yet, so I don't know what's exactly going to happen. But I'm excited for it, and I think it's going to be a good, interesting episode. Also, the fact in the sneak peek, one of the sneak peeks, I'm not sure if it was on Talking Dead or not, they highlight the fact that they have a baby. And Daryl's like, you have a baby? Why do you have a baby here? And Alpha says, we're savages, and we live in the woods. We have babies in the woods, and that's it. Is it something that she's trying to use to her advantage? And was the point of bringing the baby to leave it so they could escape? Alpha's pretty smart so far. She set up some traps. This could be another trap. And we clearly see that they brought Alden and Luke to Hilltop. And I believe the whole point is to trade Alden and Luke for Lydia. And I wonder if one of these guys is going to make it, if they're both going to make it, if one of them is going to get injured. Because when Alpha says wrong answer, is she going to hurt one of these two to get the point across and to get her daughter back? But this reminds me back in Season 4 when we saw the governor go to the prison. There was two prisoners, Herschel and Michonne, and we lost Herschel there. Is something going to happen exactly like this? Will we lose Alden and or Luke? I hope not, but it takes me back to Season 4 and this whole situation. I can see some possible connections here. But is it a shame that Rick and or Maggie, because this was Maggie's part in the comic to talk to Alpha, and later on in the comic, Rick talks with Alpha. That could be Carol, hopefully, because I would like to see Carol interact with Alpha. And I know a lot of people are missing Rick, and I think here is the part where we could have used Rick and or Maggie to deal with Alpha. But I think Carol and Daryl are good substitutes. We have to see how it goes down. But in the sneak peek trailer, promo, all that stuff, we see the whispers more and more and more, and a lot of people are wanting to see Beta. I still don't know if we're going to see Beta in this episode or not. Again, I don't have the spoilers right now as I make this video, but it looks to be getting more and more involved with the Whispers, with Alpha, and I'm excited to see Beta actually more than Alpha because we got to see little glimpses of things here and there. But I think the introduction of Beta would be like, oh man, that dude is huge, and he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be a huge, impactful character, and it'd be great for the show. So I really hope they don't drag this out either. I hope it's not some big thing. What should we do? What should we not do? I mean, just make the trade, get Alden and Luke back safely, and then go to the Whisperer camp. Because we all know, since Lydia told Daryl's going to go out and go to the Whisperer camp, Henry's probably going to follow, or maybe Henry goes out first, and then Daryl goes there as well. Plus, Connie's out in the cornfield. We got to get Connie back. But I think in the promo photo here, Daryl is like, all right, what are you doing with your stick? Where are you going? You better not go after there, because they probably already made the trade, or they're going to make the trade, and Henry's pissed because he wants Lydia to stay here. But they got to make the trade for Alden and Luke for Lydia. I mean, that makes sense, right? Alden and Luke are pretty important for the group, Magnus Group, and Enid, so you would make the trade, even though Daryl probably doesn't want to do it initially. And I'm excited to see the Kingdom. We haven't seen them in episode 909 or 910. I want to see what's going on here, and it looks to be some part of the episode. Not sure if it's going to be a big part or a little part, or if we're going to see Beta around here, but what's going down for this supply run. And if you follow this channel, hopefully you do, you saw the opening video that we talk about. And as you can see the thumbnail, you see Jerry, Ezekiel, and Carol. And if you highlight Carol's hair, I believe she's growing out her hair. She didn't have a haircut. I believe it's 3 years or so. A lot of people think it's 3 years for some reason, but 3 years after Rick went away and Tara gave Ezekiel the community charter from Alexandria that Michonne made. And also we have some big news about Jerry and Nabila. They're preggers. They're knocked up. They're preggo. About 8 weeks, Doc says, Jerry says. And I heard some other information that Jerry and Nabila could have several babies this season. So they're repopulating the earth one baby at a time. So I think that's pretty cool, but that doesn't bode well for the health and wellness of this couple. I just think that one of them is going to get killed off in the Pike lineup. My money would be on Nabila, but we'll have to see how impactful it is for season 10. I really hope we don't lose Jerry or Ezekiel or somebody like that, but we'll see what the writers want to do. Again, I don't have any information there. I talked about the symbol behind Ezekiel's left shoulder right there. Is it just a K? Is it a line with a V and a flipped over K? Because if you flip it to the left, it's a K. So we'll see if it's kingdom territory that they're in, or is it the highwaymen, or is it whisper territory? I don't know what the symbol means, but hopefully it's answered in this week's episode. And like I said, this week's episode is episode 9-11. So then we got 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So we're running out of episodes as we speak, right? I mean, we just started, we got a long way to go, but the fair will be here before you know it. And they got to set things up more and more and more. And it's like, I want to know, but I don't want to know. I want to be surprised. I want to see what it's going to go down. And once we get information, we'll share it with you, of course, as we always do. But the kingdom will be seen this episode. And this picture right here takes me back to season 1 when we saw walkers on the outside looking in. And it's kind of the opposite effect of Jerry on the outside looking in. So right here, boom, you can see the walkers holding bricks and rocks in their hand. They're like, what are we doing with these walkers? I don't know. They're going to be able to open doors and do stuff like that. They didn't know what it wanted to be. And it's kind of funny to see a walker with bricks in their hands. You're like, come on, they shouldn't be doing that. But it takes me back to season 1 with the glass and the windows and the walkers. So we'll see if there's any more callbacks and Easter eggs and connections. And I believe The Walking Dead does a great job with those in pretty much every episode. They're not always there, and maybe you agree with what I think or not, but just be respectful and it's all good. Jerry has a sword. And why do you have a sword, Jerry? I want to know what happened to your axe. You'll see the axe in the opening of the episode. So what happened to it? The Royal Theater. Is that a connection to the kingdom, or is it by chance? I can't wait to see the little things on the side when they were filming in Hogansville. Very cool. But I think episode 9-11 can be great. I think it can be very good building for the back half of season 9. We'll get Alpha's big introduction. We saw her for a little bit here and there, but Alpha and Daryl's interaction should be great. It should be interesting. Daryl's not going to give in to this lady. Daryl wants to protect Lydia. And to be honest, I can understand that, but why wouldn't you have an arrow or bolt or a gun ready to go to take Alpha out? I mean, I wonder if that was crazy. It's not going to happen, but what if they just killed Alpha right here? Boop, gone. What would happen to the Whispers? Beta would lead, I guess, right? But we haven't even met Beta on the show. That would be interesting if they mix things up so much that they just killed off Alpha right here. Again, it's not going to happen, but why doesn't Daryl have his crossbow or something in his hand ready to go aiming at Alpha? I mean, they're just going to talk just because it's in the comic book. We have to put it there, right? Like, oh, that's how it happened there. And to quote Alpha, wrong answer. I mean, you can have differences for the show in a good way. And I think they've done a great job in season 9 so far. Every episode has been good and or great. So I'm excited to see what happens with Connie, Alden, Luke, the exchange, and how do the Whispers just walk away? I mean, they blend in with the walkers that much. Does Lydia just get handed over for Alden and Luke? And I wonder if there's any reference to season 4's governor attack, because Tara was there, so was Daryl. I wonder if there's any reference to it. The Whispers are going to be escaping somehow. You know they're going to get away. The walkers will be coming towards Hilltop, and I'm definitely excited to see how it goes down. Hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully Alden is back for Enid, because, you know, if Enid loses another love interest like Carl, but come on now, you can't be doing that to Enid. And where is Daryl going sneaking out the back of Hilltop? I'm guessing this is the same way Magnus Group, as well as Sasha and Rosita, left Hilltop by the back secret entrance. So I can't wait to find out. There's some promo information and photo news on there too. Just look at that picture. It's just kind of crazy. It's like, what's going on with this person's mind that you look like this and it's okay to be like this? And where have they been since day 23 in the Baltimore bunker? And I mean, it's been over 7.5 years that we know of from the timeline that's just been of past seasons. So what's been going on? Where have they been? Are we going to get any more flashbacks of Alpha? I don't know, but I'm excited to find out how it goes down. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button to become a valued member of our PT channel, Walking Dead family. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve our goals. There's my 9 books, soon to be 10 books in October. And it's all about love, support, staying positive, making memories. And as always, tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.